My dad's girlfriend is trying to get rid of me. My mom passed away 5 years ago, and I think of her every day. My dad went through a really bad depression, and I had to take care of myself, basically. During the Christmas holidays, my dad told me that he had been seeing someone for a while. I noticed that he was happier, and I guess I was happy for him. I didn't want him to be lonely forever, but I did feel like my mom was being erased completely. He never wanted to talk about her, and he got rid of all pictures with her in them. He said that his GF will be spending Christmas with us and then moving in. I wasn't happy at all. I don't even know her, but I didn't say anything. I met her on Christmas, and usually my dad and I put the star on the tree that day. We would put the star on the tree and watch The Grinch. It's our tradition, and we kept it even when we were grieving my mom. It's the only tradition from when she was with us that we actually kept. When his girlfriend came over, he put the star on with her while I was in the bathroom. Also, we didn't watch The Grinch because she hates it. I know I sound spoiled and childish, but I was so angry. We've been doing this my whole life, and she just came in and destroyed it. The whole night she didn't even bother getting to know me at all. She was all over my dad and pretty much ignored me. I told my dad about how upset I was about our tradition, and he said I should grow up and that things change. I didn't like her because she gave me a bad feeling, so I never got close to her. She complained to my dad about it, and he got mad at me for not making her feel welcomed. I felt bad because she makes my dad really happy, so I tried being more friendly with her. In front of my dad, she was nice to me, but when we were alone, she ignored me or spoke to me with attitude. She even told me that I was a brat, and I make my dad's life harder. I told him, but he didn't believe me, and yelled at me for trying to sabotage his relationship. He said that I wanted him to die alone and be sad, and that I was selfish. I was so shocked because none of it is true. My dad basically treated me like I wasn't there at all after that. I felt like I did when my mom died, all alone. I stayed up really late one night because I just couldn't sleep, and wanted to sneak in a midnight snack. The girlfriend was in the kitchen on FaceTime, so I decided to be nosy and listen. She was talking about my dad and how much she loves him. Then she said that he had this stupid daughter, and she wondered if it was too late for adoption. Her and her friend laughed at that. She said that I was a little bee, and she hated me. Her friend then said something about boarding school or military school, but I left, so I didn't hear the rest. I was so exhausted from all the crying I did, so I actually slept. I didn't tell my dad, and I don't even know if I should since he probably won't believe me. I really miss my mom. I kind of want to go live with my grandparents, mom's parents now, but I don't want my dad to think that I'm leaving him. What do I do? Can I even do anything? How do I get my dad to listen to me? Would I be wrong for leaving? Update 1. Hi. Since my last post, I spoke to my grandparents and told them everything. I asked if I could stay with them if I wanted to, and they agreed. I then spoke to my dad again and tried to tell him how I felt and what I had heard. I didn't want to film or record because I knew that he would be mad at that and wouldn't listen. He didn't believe me again and thought that I was jealous of having to share him with someone else. I got upset and told him that I was leaving so he could live happily ever after, without the burden of having me around. He looked shocked, but didn't say anything. I had already packed my bags and had brought some things to my grandparents' house already. My dad didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. My grandfather picked me up, and I've been there since. I haven't gone home, and I haven't heard from my dad. My grandparents told me that they would handle my dad, and that I shouldn't have to be the one doing it. I'm upset that my dad hasn't called or texted me once to see if I'm okay. At the same time, I'm feeling so much better being with my grandparents. My grandmother is probably the sweetest person ever, and my grandfather is a little rough around the edges, but he's really a softie. Update 2. My dad came to visit me at my grandparents' place to talk to me. He brought his girlfriend with him. He said, "Girlfriend and I have been talking and we decided that it's best that you stay here." My dad said that I can come clean out my room completely and he'll help. He also said that after I get my things, we should also take a break from each other and reevaluate things in a few months or however long it takes. His girlfriend then said something about how she'll take care of my dad for me. In a few days, I'll be going over with my grandparents to get my stuff. We'll also be getting the important papers that some of you have mentioned. It doesn't look like I'll be going home anytime soon. I have a new home now, I guess. I think he wants to start over, and I wasn't part of that plan. So I guess that's it. Thank you for all the kind comments. Final update. It's been years since I last wrote here. I'm 20 now. My grandma calls me a beautiful lady. Even though so much time has passed, some wounds don't ever really close. After I left to live with my grandparents, they became my entire world. They were the ones who woke me up in the mornings, asked me how my day was, and sat with me at the dinner table when I felt broken inside. When college applications came, they were the ones cheering me on, encouraging me to dream bigger than I thought I could. They even scraped together what they could to help pay for school. Not once did my dad send a cent. Not for tuition, not for clothes, not even for a notebook. He did visit sometimes, though. Every couple of months, he'd stop by for an hour or two. At first, I thought those visits meant something. I thought maybe he still cared, even if he couldn't say it out loud. But they were always shallow. He'd ask how school was, make small talk, maybe tell me about his job. Then he'd leave. He never stayed long enough to feel like a father again. Looking back, those visits felt more like guilt management than genuine love. Meanwhile, his life with his girlfriend was falling apart. I heard bits and pieces over the years. She could never have children, and that became a constant weight between them. She was demanding, sharp with her words, and from what I could tell, she chipped away at him little by little. He looked older, tired, like someone carrying too much regret. And yet, even knowing all that, he chose her over me. Every single time. When she finally cheated on him, it wasn't a shock. Honestly, I had seen it coming. But after she left, suddenly he wanted me again. Suddenly I was worth texting, worth calling, worth meeting for coffee. He started showing up more, telling me how much he missed me, how he wanted to start over. But I can't start over. Not after years of silence. Not after birthdays without a call, Christmases without a single message, college classes paid for by the only people who truly showed up for me. Visits don't erase abandonment. A few words don't rewrite years of neglect. I agreed to meet him a few times. And yes, part of me still longed for that relationship, the one I lost when my mom died. But the truth is, he's a stranger to me now. I don't hate him, but I don't feel safe with him either. I don't let myself get too close, because I know how easily he can walk away. At most, I'll send him a message here and there. Nothing more. My grandparents are my real parents now. They've been my anchor, my family, my safe place. I honestly don't know where I'd be without them. I've also found love. I have a boyfriend who makes me laugh, who listens to me, who makes me feel like I'm not invisible. For the first time in years, I feel like I have a future I can look forward to. And still, I miss my mom every day. It's been so long since she passed, but her absence still feels like a shadow I carry everywhere. Sometimes I think about what she'd say if she were here, how she'd be proud of me for surviving all of this, even if I feel broken some days. This isn't the ending I wanted. I used to dream about my dad waking up one day, realizing what he lost, and fighting to truly be there for me. But real life doesn't always give you the happy ending you imagine as a kid. Sometimes the best you get is survival. And that's where I am now. Surviving, growing, and slowly building a life that doesn't depend on him. So no, it's not a happy ending, but it's mine. And for now, that's enough.